everyone who has earned wages in this country and been married to a wage earner is going to get a Social Security check, or should
People
anyway.
are very invested in this because they have paid their FICA payroll taxes their entire career. They know this is not a welfare benefit. This is an earned benefit that they've paid for, and they want to make sure they know how to get the most out of that very valuable Social Security benefit that not only lasts the rest of your life, no matter how long you live, but unlike private pensions, it's also adjusted for inflation. So it's an extremely valuable benefit. And that's why it's been my mission to teach people everything they need to know to claim Social Security in the best way that fits their particular circumstances.
You mentioned the word pension. It's really interesting to me because 100% of a pension benefit is taxable at ordinary income tax rates, while only 85% of Social Security is taxable, even if you're earning a good amount of money. Does that ring true with you?
That's correct. Since 1983, Social Security benefits have been subject to income taxes. Initially, up to 50% of benefits could be taxed as ordinary income tax rate. Later, it was added that up to 85% of benefits could be taxed. But as you're right, it's still favorable taxation compared to a traditional IRA or a pension.
That's exactly right. So, Mary Beth, tell me this. There used to be all these file and suspend strategies, and you could do all these Social Security loopholes. And it seems like smart financial advisors like us got together and we're helping people maximize the benefits, but then the loopholes got closed, right? So are there still claiming strategies out there that people they may not know about that can help them maximize the amount of money they get out of Social Security? Because as you said, you've already paid for it. So you should get every nickel out of the system that you can because it's already rightfully yours.
There's basically two remaining claiming strategies. One applies to married couples and in some cases eligible divorced spouses. And I always encourage couples to figure out, how do I maximize my Social Security benefits over our joint lifetimes? And generally what I recommend is to have the spouse with the bigger benefit, who traditionally tends to be the husband, who traditionally tends to be a few years older, and who is more than likely to die first. So in that case, I urge that husband to wait up until age 70 to lock in the largest retirement benefit possible, because it's also quite likely that his higher retirement benefit will translate into the largest possible survivor benefit if he dies first. But having said that, it often makes sense for the other spouse, the wife in this case. Let's say she does have her own Social Security benefit, but it's smaller. And let's assume she's 62 and no longer working. In that case, I'd say, go ahead, claim your reduced retirement benefit early. And even though it's reduced for the rest of your life, it's bringing some cash flow into your household to help your husband wait for that big payoff at 70. And here's a secret that most people don't understand. Even though her retirement benefit would be reduced the rest of her life because she claimed it early, it would have no impact on her survivor benefit if she is at least full retirement age at the time. So there's really no downside to that idea of married couples coordinating their claiming benefits. Now, if you happen to be divorced after being married at least 10 years, divorced, currently single, and you get along with your ex-spouse, you also might urge him to wait till age 70, but you probably have a lot less control over that. The other remaining claiming strategy, and I want everyone to understand this, is retirement benefits and survivor benefits are two different pots of money. And in many cases, depending on the amount of your own benefit when you claimed it, you might be able to claim a retirement benefit first and switch to a larger survivor benefit later, or in a different circumstance, take a survivor benefit first and allow your own retirement benefit to grow to the maximum amount and switch to that at 70. So there are still claiming strategies available if clients work with their financial advisors to make sure they're getting the most out of Social Security.
And I that is what we do at Ally Wealth. It's oftentimes, and I'm thinking of a gentleman that just came in recently. His wife is 55, he's 62, and he was adamant to take his Social Security benefits at 62. I begged him not to. I said, listen, this is not the right thing to do, because if you wait till 70, when you pass away, when she's clearly going to outlive you, she gets that bigger benefit. And he just couldn't get his head around it. So Mary Beth, what do you say to the people out there that feel like I've got to get it at 62? I want to get all I can because I don't know how long I'm going to live. My break-even point is this. What do you say to folks with that mindset? There's a lot of folks out there like that.
I would say because of the uncertainty about the financial future of Social Security, we know that in the next 10 years, the excess reserve money that's known as a trust fund is going to run dry. That does not mean Social Security is bankrupt or that benefits are going to stop. It means if Congress does nothing between now and 2033 or so, that benefits could be reduced across the board. Now, do I think that's going to happen? Absolutely not. I cannot see Congress saying to 70 million people that we're going to cut your benefits. But it does scare people. And I'm finding more and more people are saying, I'm going to grab my benefits as soon as I can so I get something out of it. Well, my reaction is, if you need Social Security benefits because you lost your job or you're in poor health, go ahead and claim it, knowing that your benefits are going to be reduced for the rest of your life by up to 30%. But if you're claiming your benefits early just out of fear of what might happen down the road, to me, that is like selling your stocks in a down market. The only thing it does is guarantee that you just locked in a loss. And then if the worst case scenario happens and 10 years down the road, benefits are cut across the board, that's going to be a cut on top of the 30% cut you already took. So I don't think that's a good strategy. And to the gentleman you referred to, he wants to grab it at 62. Really bad idea because he's much older than his wife. And in that case, as a married couple, you should be saying, how do I maximize the ultimate survivor benefit? And I do that by waiting up until age 70. Now, in your gentleman's case, there's actually two do-over opportunities. One is anybody has the right to change their mind about claiming Social Security within the first 12 months of claiming benefits. They file a Form 521 to withdraw their application, but there's a catch. They have to pay back any benefits they've received. And if anybody's collecting benefits on the records, like a spouse or a child, they have to pay that back too. So it's not a really popular option. But if you miss that 12-month window or you don't want to pay the benefits back, now you've got a second opportunity, but you have to wait until you're at least full retirement age, at which point you can suspend your benefits. So let me give you this example. Your client who wanted to claim at 62, his full retirement age 67, he claims 5 years early, he's getting a 30% haircut. He could collect his reduced benefits up until age 67 and then suspend them. That means those very valuable monthly benefits stop. But now they're going to start earning delayed retirement credits of 8% a year up until age 70. By the time his benefits are turned on again, he would have almost fully restored his full retirement age benefit. And if he died first, that's what his widow would get. I usually tell the guys in the audience, next Valentine's Day, forget the chocolates, forget the flowers, just get a really nice card that says, I'm waiting till 70. You're welcome.
Subscribe to Redefine Retirement on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.